Yo, what's up, everybody? I played the Rivals 2 demo yesterday for about 3 hours, and I kind of wanted to give you guys my first impressions. For those who don't know, Rivals of Aether, or Rivals 2, whichever one you want to call it, is a platform fighter. This is the sequel to obviously the first one that came out a few years ago, and it's a platform fighter like Smash, like Nick All-Stars, like Multiverses, that kind of game. But Rivals 2 totally changes from the first game. The first game, there was no block button, there was no shield, there was no grabbing, there was no ledges. This game adds all those mechanics and it makes it a totally different experience. Definitely more aligned with Smash Bros. Way more similar to Smash, which I think is a really good thing. I think this game is way more in depth. I think it's way more polished. I think it just has a lot more to it than the first game. The first game was obviously a really fun game, but I think it was more so fun because it was just kind of wacky and you had the workshop characters and all that type of thing. But this game is way more of a polished fighting game that I think is going to be a really good game for a very long time. So the roster is very small as of right now. There's only 10 characters, okay, which is very small, especially at a launch, but they obviously are going to be adding more. They said that they are going to be adding the whole original cast from the first game plus more. So, there's going to be a lot more, but 10 at launch still kind of feels a little small. But I do have to say I love what they did with the characters though. Each character is based around a different element and a different whole mechanic based around that element. So for example, I main Zetterburn, who's like this fire wolf or whatever, and he has this whole burning mechanic. And if you are not burning your opponent, you're not going to be dealing damage. It's very similar to like Ink with like Inkling and Smash Ultimate's kind of similar. Like if you are not totally setting them on fire, burning them, your moves are not going to hit as hard, not going to deal as much damage, and you're just going to be totally nerfed. Like Rano, the fucking annoying ass frog over here, he has like poison that deals like poison over time. If you're not constantly poisoning your enemies, you're probably not going to be dealing that much damage like that. Like there's tons of different characters like that. Orcane has like this pool, like puddle thing that you can like teleport and warp to. Like that's his whole recovery. You can't recover if you don't have like a portal set up. Like all your moves do extra damage on top of the puddle, all that type of shit. Like every character has a central mechanic that kind of sets them apart, makes them unique. So there's only 10 characters, but I will say each of them are very in depth, very involved, and definitely there's no real overlap between any of them. No Echo Fighters type shit, like, you know what I mean? Also, the online is so good. This game has rollback netcode. Okay, rollback netcode. I played for 3 hours. There were no stutters, there was no lag, there was no nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everybody had great ping, great connection. It felt smooth as fucking butter. It was like I was playing offline. And as somebody who's played Smash Ultimate for 6 fucking years, complaining about the online, this is a huge breath of fresh air. I'm still very much learning the game, learning combos, learning all the different moves, all the different mechanics, how each character works. I'm still very learning. Like I said, I've only played for 3 hours, so as I start to learn more and more, I'll be making more and more content. So make sure you guys follow, like, and stick around for more Rivals content. This game's gonna be fucking awesome, I know it.